Hello, fellow Bass Boys and Bass Girls. It's me, Chris, from Georgia Bass Boys, and Ron is here with us today. He's going to ask us a few questions about fishing. He just got into fishing about 3 weeks ago, and he's going to pick my brain and see if there's anything that I can help him out with along his way. Is there anything you want to say to my subscribers?
From what I've learned over the last couple days here with Chris, it's been awesome. Definitely watch the videos and follow up because there's a lot of informative information on here, and it's really helped me over the last couple weeks while I've picked this up.
All right. Is there a question that you want to ask as far as tackle or temperature of water or clarity of water, or what I should use here or what?
Yeah, I mean, me being so new to this, I think the biggest thing for me is what to use and where. I mean, I've kind of headed towards bass more than anything. I feel like that's where I want to go. It seems more fun from what I can tell over the last couple weeks, and I don't even know where to start looking to see if bass is there. I don't know what lures to use. I'm kind of just trying anything and everything that I see online. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is what's the difference between a lake and or what tackle I'm going to use between a lake and a river.
It's not going to be a whole lot different as far as your bodies of water. If you're casting upstream, of course your floating lures are just going to float back to you, so I wouldn't use a topwater bait throwing upstream. I really wouldn't throw anything upstream unless it's got some kind of weight onto it. It's like worms, jigs. Jigs are kind of like, you know, that underspin I had, this right here.
Yep.
Doesn't have this right here.
Okay.
And it has a skirt on it.
Gotcha.
And you just bounce that off the bottom.
Okay.
Those are good to use. Those are all year baits. Now, there are baits that you want to use at specific times of the year when the water starts changing its temperature or whatnot. During the spring and the fall is when I tend to get most of my quality fish. During the spawning and during the feed to get ready for winter. They don't migrate, but they do go through a stage where they're very lethargic, lazy, just kind of sitting there, and you have to place your bait kind of right in front of them. So there are techniques on how to find fish too. Usually in the winter, they're going to, or not in the winter, but in the fall, when they start feeding, they're going to go to mouths of creeks, rivers, or whatnot, and wait for fish to flow into the lake.
Gotcha.
And they'll sit there and attack them.
Gotcha.
And that's when they're going to be their most active as far as feeding goes.
Okay.
During the winter, it gets a little harder to catch fish. You're going to want to use something like an underspin, worms, because anything that's going to be slow. I use an underspin. I just have luck on underspins in the winter for some reason. But worms, jigs are phenomenal during that time. Also, a lipless crankbait, which is just a crankbait that's kind of flat on both sides. It kind of looks like an egg, but with sharp points. Okay. And doesn't have a lip on it. Gotcha. So you kind of yo-yo it back and forth, and you'll get that fish's attention.
Gotcha. So another quick one. I mean, I've got. I mean, you've seen what I've got. I've got some creature baits. I've got some spinners. I've got my top floaters. Do I just take 3 rods with one with each and see which hits, or do I put 3 floaters out there because I know I'm going to be floating all day and I want to just do top all day? How do I decide if I'm going to do bottom fishing, middle of the water column, or top of the water column?
There's several things that you're going to have to look at when deciding on what you're going to take with you. You could take the whole tackle box, and fumble around and figure it out. But usually when I wake up, if I'm going to go in the morning, and say we're here in Florida, over in the Tampa area. So we're going to wake up to 70-degree temperatures.
Yep.
Whereas South Carolina or North Carolina, they're going to wake up to 55, 60-degree temperatures. So it's really due to what your weather is that day, what your water temperature is. We probably have a pretty consistent water temperature throughout the fall into the middle of the spring. Right now, the water temperature is starting to rapidly increase.
Yeah.
Because summer's getting closer and it's staying consistently hot. So with that in mind, early in the morning, you're going to want to, if say you're going early in the morning, take a topwater bait, a buzz bait, a whopper plopper, a frog, something like that, because early in the morning, say you're out there right before dawn and or dusk. No, it is dawn.
Dawn. Yep,
It is
dawn's
dawn.
in the morning.
Yeah, it is dawn. But just say you're out there and it's not fully sunny. It's just, it's kind of dark.
Yep.
The fish aren't going to be able to see as clearly in the dark as they would during the day.
Okay.
So they'll feel those vibrations. They have a lateral line that kind of allows them to sense vibrations in the water or on the top of the water or whatnot. Anytime the water is like ice, like
Yep.
you go out there and there's hardly no waves,
Yeah,
there's no
exactly.
wind or whatnot, it's a good time to use a topwater lure.
Okay.
Worms are always a good thing to use, so always carry a worm with you.
Okay.
Something plastic. It could be a creature bait, a worm.
A speed worm with a tail on it?
Yeah, just
Okay.
worms work, and there's numerous ways that you can fish a worm. You can hop them. You can do a slow retrieve. Same thing with their creature baits and stuff. Creature baits you can use as a trailer on your jigs.
Okay.
A trailer that I would use on like a chatterbait or whatnot would be something more of a slender profile, something of a bait fish profile.
Okay.
You can still use a bandito bug on those types. I would just turn them on the side and have it as a side profile.
Okay.
Just me personally, but anything else?
I think that's the biggest thing, just getting out there and trying everything. I think I'm going to get up early in the morning, it being Saturday tomorrow, and try some of those topwater lures.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they will hit anything right now, anything that's moving, a moving bait. Like I said, worms are the exception and jigs are the exception because they bite those anytime they're easy mills. It's something that's just slow, that's just hopping, so
Gotcha.
they deem it as something easy and they just bam. But this time of year, when the water's starting to pick up in temperature and starting to heat up, those fish are getting more active.
Okay.
So they're swimming around and they're looking for stuff. So any kind of moving bait, crankbait, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And it also depends on the body of water that you're fishing. You don't want to fish a bunch of crankbaits in weedy water.
Yeah.
You want to use crankbaits on water that's got a lot of rock or wood structure or whatnot that you can bang off of it.
Okay.
Just something to get the fish's attention to go to that direction.
Gotcha.
But like the lake that we fish all the time, I would never use a crankbait out there just because of all the weeds.
Gotcha.
But anything else?
I think that's it, boss.
All right, guys, if y'all have any questions, y'all drop the comment or question down below. Don't forget to say hey. If you like the video, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.
Got one. Big ass pickerel. Alright, dude. Calm the hell down. Good size one, man. This little dude got tore up on something. There you go, buddy. You're back in there. That baby going, hey, just caught one right here. A big one. I don't know, I ain't waiting low yet. He's big though. He's probably about 5. $4.65. Yep. Real big one. You can, but I'm gonna release it. Um, 12 inches. This is about 24. Yeah, you won't. I'll do it. Oh no, I was gonna see if you'd send me those, but it's alright. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. First one. First one at the dirt. A bitty one. a good one. Well, a decent one. He's had his lip ripped off before. There you go. That's one. Yes, I got a good one. That was a decent one. Decent. About 2.5 pounder. All right, buddy. This is a fish, but I don't know how big. He doesn't look big. Might be like a little 1 pounder maybe, but he's fighting. He's a little fighter. All right, calm down, buddy. Hey, a little bigger than I thought he was, though. There he is. Be small one. About 1.5 pounds. And last one. Last one. I don't know how big, but he's one. A little bit bigger than that last one. About 2 pounds. Got him. Bye.